Hello everyone, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator for episode 13 of the Balkans bush trip. I'm currently very busy enjoying these Minecraft trees that we've got going on behind the aeroplane right now. I don't know what that's all about. It's the 9th of March and the world update for Microsoft Flight Simulator has just dropped, so yeah, they fixed a whole bunch of bugs and probably introduced a whole bunch of new ones, and apparently they've introduced Minecraft trees. So make of that what you will. This is running ultra settings on trees, by the way. So let's actually get a bit closer. Oh, oh. Anyway. Come on, back over here. So, this is leg 13. We're going to be going from Missolonghi Airport to Kopadia Airport, I believe. This is actually the second time I will have flown this leg, because I recorded this episode on Sunday, and as I was coming into land, after finally finding the hidden airport, the game crashed. Which I thought was brilliant, because I'd just spent 40 minutes in the air ranting about game crashes and VR and whatnot in this game, and it crashed, and I thought, oh, this is excellent, this will make a brilliant little bit for the video where I can show it crashing whilst I'm doing absolutely nothing other than landing the plane. But also, as it was crashing the game, it was screwing the recording hard, so yeah, that was long gone, I'm afraid. So here I am, refilming episode 13. Yeah, so we are at Missolonghi Airport. We are at the very end of the runway, thanks to our spectacular landing efforts last time. But luckily there is this road? Have I got a road? Taxi line? Taxiway? That we can just quickly nip around, turn around and head off back in the direction we want to go, but the direction we want to go is the direction we're facing, so I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to turn around, take off in the wrong direction, and fly back to where we need to be. So, let's have a quick look on the navlog before we go off. Can't remember what sort of altitude I'm going to need. It's fine, you know what? I'm going to set it to 2000. We want a flight director on. Oh, so nice to be able to read the controls. I was playing this in VR earlier, and you can't read the instruments well, I can't read the instruments in VR. Maybe it's just going blind, but yeah, on a Rift S running in high quality picture mode on high settings with TAA and an RX 6800, I can't read any of this stuff. It's almost impossible, so I hope they fix that soon. I'm rambling now. What am I doing? Right, we want to go heading mode. We're going to turn our heading berg to where we want to go. What, 93? Yep. 93. And we've got flight director on. We've got autopilot. Not autopilot on yet. Flight level change on to 75 as well, because I'm gonna be lazy and let the plane fly most of this for me, because, you know, why not? That's what it's there for, isn't it? So let's bugger off. Make sure there's no flaps. Handbrake off. Power in. We're going to take this little road round here, like I said. Hope you're enjoying those Minecraft trees in the distance. Got no ATC to worry about, because this is the worst trip, so, you know, we have the entire world to ourselves. We've gone way too far over there. And try and get it a little bit centralised. Let's go for it. Give it the beans. Here we go. Yeah, speed's alive. It's 60. And rotate. And I'm going to take an immediate left. And try and hold 75 myself for a minute. I know I could just slap on. Ooh, bit of an overturn. Slap on the old autopilot straight away, but. I'll hand fly some of it, otherwise, you know, what's the point? Away, of course, not. It's another lovely sunny day here in the Balkans. A crisp. Let's say it's a crisp 22 degrees. 13 degrees. I don't know. It's a temperature outside, and there is weather going on. So, huzzah. Right, autopilot this now. Okay. Lovely jubbly. Let's have a quick looky. Oh, look! Look at that. It's unmistakably green rectangular. Well, those look square, those fields. Green fields, green fields. We've seen no green fields so far throughout this bush trip, so it's quite nice to see some green fields finally. Green fields and rivers all over the place. You know what? I think we're flying over that, so I'm going to add in another 1,000 feet. Another 1,500 feet, I said. What was it? So, here we are. Leg 13 of the bush trip. So close to the end now, finally, after all this time. Excuse me. Nice mountains off over there. I should look at the navlog, should I? So, departing Missolonghi, head east along the coast and past the steep limestone mountain, Barasova, as it rises above the Gulf of Patras. Once past it, set your sights farther down the shore towards a bridge that spans the Strait of Corinth and connects the towns of Antierio and Rio ahead. We're going over that way. From the tip of Antierio, continue along the mainland coast as it bends northeast, eventually leading you to the town of Naupactos on the northern shore of the Gulf of Corinth. Carry on east, passing stretches of rocky shoreline, and eventually you'll reach a small village by the sea, Paralia Sergulas. Sergulas? Sounds like something from Game of Thrones. A short distance farther down the coast, you will come to a pass another small beachside hamlet, Agios Nikolas. Nikolaos. I'm so sorry, my pronunciation is as terrible as ever. Skirt around the hilly outcropping that lies to the south and continue along the eastern heading. A road that runs along the coast will lead you to the town of Galaxidi, and a small port situated in a natural double harbour surrounded by mountains. As you pass over Galaxidi, adjust your path to cross the Bay of Iltia, making your way toward a rocky outcropping on the opposite side. Just beyond it, a mountain col waits for you to fly through. Once you've crested the mountain col, turn and head northeast into the neighbouring bay. There you should see the town of Paralia Distumu, also known as the Aspara Spiatia, and a road that would lead you into the hills. Follow the road as it takes the climb, bringing you to a small town on the northern foot of a tree-lined hill. Continue along the road as it cuts through another mountain col just in the distance. Let the road lead you farther east, eventually arriving over Livadaya, a large town in the Herknia River, cutting north through its centre. Continue. Blah, 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 blah. You get the gist. We fly over this, we look for that, we fly around these, we land on the floor. Some may say I'm not taking this seriously anymore. Let's have a quick look outside before I start mumbling and ranting about things. So, here are the lovely green mountains and rivers, some green fields and rivers, some blue water, and some more green mountains and rivers and fields and rivers. all in glorious high definition and yeah, low to no photogrammetry. So this is something that I was moaning about when I previously filmed this, and it's a little bit of a baffling thing about why they put the bush trips in the regions they put them in. I've got nothing against the Balkans. It's been a wonderful trip. It's very, very beautiful scenery, very beautiful continent, countries. But it is a lot of this. It's an awful lot of fields and mountains and rivers and water. And yes, I realise that is the Earth. A lots of fields and rivers and mountains and water. You just gotta think, but maybe they could have done something with a few more features. You know, they call out these points of interest in the navlog. Say, oh, look out for the monolith of the statue of Goza of Terabithia. And you're like, ooh, there's a thing on the horizon. Where's the thing on the horizon? Where is it? Oh, and it's just a bog standard rectangle building that's standing in the place of where something famous and of great historical significance would be in the real life. And yes, I understand this isn't real life, it's a video game simulation, but you know, these are bush trips. These are supposed to be features of sightseeing trips essentially, but the sights you're seeing aren't what I would hope, what I was hoping for when I started these. So I just got to wonder why they didn't release these bush trips for the areas that have really high photogrammetry and handcrafted stuff and all the good things, and it's not just standard rectangles. Oh look, there's some more standard rectangles with European looking roofs. Yeah, it kind of baffles me. I'd like to have seen some low altitude flight over cities, or you know, really well made landmarks that you may never get to see in real life, especially during a lockdown where you can't travel anywhere. It would be amazing to be able to go and fly and see these things. Yes, I know these things exist within the game, but they're not on these bush trips, and that's exactly what these bush trips should be focused on. So yeah, that's my kind of rant about these bush trips. Why are they what they are? I'm going to go down 1500 feet. We're going to use vertical speed mode. Where's me up and down? 5. Oh, I better turn the engine down as well, don't I? Whoopsie boopsie. And let's change our heading. 36, I think it is. I mean, this does look amazing. I do not get tired of looking at this whatsoever. It's incredible. Look back outside. Look, it's amazing. It is. Look at it. I mean, look at that. That is special. But it could have been more special, and I got a feeling in a few years, when they finally finished building the sim properly, every one of these trips will be really super detailed and worth revisiting maybe, or visiting them for the first time if you haven't already. Just, I don't know, they seem a bit like a missed opportunity, let's say. On the plus side, so I can't just throw criticism at them. On the plus side, they've taught me how to fly the planes, and they've got me some sky time, plane time, pilot time, seat time, whatever you call it. You know, I'm nearly at 25 some odd hours now, 26 hours. And without these bush trips, I honestly don't think I would really know what to be doing with myself in the sim. No, I'm not a private pilot or anything like that. So I've got no reason to like practice flights or whatever. I'd love to learn ATC, so I'm going to probably have to start doing more flights and learning how to use ATC properly. So that might be another excuse. And I've also just recently bought the Sky Park, done the training mission, so again there's more reasons for me to get in. But before I had all that stuff and that motivation to do those things, bush trip was my only reason to fly. So I am glad they put them in. They are a nice idea to give you a taster. I think it'd be nice if you could change planes. You didn't have to use the same plane for the whole trip, but whatever. Got quite friendly with my Cessna now. I feel like this is my plane. But in future videos I will try flying a few more planes. Start working my way up to the big boys one day. So yeah, that's my little moan about bush tripping. I will do the other bush trips as well. I really do want to. I want to do all 4 bush trips. So once this one's finished, I will move on to the next one. You know, whatever the popular vote is below. We think we've got. So we've got Patagonia. We've got. I think it's Las Vegas. And we've got Alaska now. So, you know, if you want to see a specific bush trip after this one, chuck it down in the comments, and the vote will win. If no one votes, then it'll be dealer's choice, and we'll probably be heading to Alaska, because if I've got to stare at any more green stuff for a while, the world is going to be green stuff everywhere. But yeah, I want to go to Alaska. I've always wanted to actually go to Alaska, so it'd be my chance to have a little bit of an explore, so to speak. But also, with that, I want to intersect the Sky Park missions that I want to do. I also want to put in some stuff about learning ATC, and just doing a few different things in the game. Maybe try some acrobatics and some custom-built tours. I'm essentially going to try and fly around the world at some point in time. Maybe I can do a series that's exploring the lesser-known features of the world. So you've got your 8 wonders of the world? 8 natural wonders? 8 or 9? I want to say it's 8. I want to say it's 8 natural wonders. Well, we can do our lesser known natural wonders of the world. So, you know, if you've got something local to you that not many people know about, maybe we fly there and we have a look. We talk about it a little bit, we put a bit of history to it, a bit of a backstory. The Sky Park seems good. If you've not checked out Sky Park, you got the sim and you're not sure what to do, Sky Park is definitely worth a look. I will do a video on the Sky Park. I'll do many videos on the Sky Park. But essentially, in a nutshell, it's a plugin that you can download, and it gives you kind of a mission system, so to speak. So you choose missions. For those missions, you earn money and XP, and eventually that money will be able to be used to buy things, but never planes. You're never going to be able to buy planes. So unlike FS Economy, where you can buy planes, you won't be able to do that with Sky Park. But Sky Park's kind of like the light-hearted, arcadey, I guess, implementation of a mission system to the Microsoft Flight Simulator. And it works. It's good so far. I've liked it. It doesn't work in VR for love nor money. It really doesn't. But I think that's to do with the sim, because it's an overlay, and you have to Alt-tab it onto your screen if you minimize it. And for some reason in this game in VR, you can't Alt-tab anything into your headset. So yeah, you're kind of left with you can do your missions, but you got to take your headset off to see what the heck is going on with your mission, which is a pain in the backside. It really is. So I hope they find a better way to implement that, or Microsoft and Asobo do something about the VR implementation in this game. In fact, I hope they do a lot with the VR implementation in this game, because so far it's pretty shifty. Shifty? Shocking. Shit. Well, to be honest, well, I don't know, man. Sometimes I plug into, it really looks like I'm going to crash into this, doesn't it? How close are we? Just fly over this way a little bit. So, is it? Yeah, where are we? Let's have to check this before I start ranting about that. So I think we are on... going past the stretches of rocky shoreline. Eventually you'll reach a small village by the sea. Which is probably down here somewhere. So yeah, there we go. We're going 116. See, there's our little village by the sea. Probably over there. Villages on that island as well. I want to turn past that because I want to try and catch back our heading. So we're going to go further down the coast a short distance. We're going to come to another small beachside hamlet, Agios Nikolaos. Probably this way. We're way off course. Probably down here somewhere. Oh yeah, look, it's going to be over here, and then we're going to cut back in. Yeah, so we're going to skirt around the hilly outcrop that lies to the south and continue along the eastern heading. A road that runs along the coast will lead you to the town of Galaxidi, a small port situated on a natural double harbour surrounded by mountains. Lovely. Right, so VR. VR in this game. Oh, it's a bit like The Sim in general. I kind of love it and I hate it. It's frustrating as hell to use sometimes, but when it works, it's pretty incredible. I mean, it's utterly incredible when it works, to be fair, because you're flying in the world. You know, apart from the fact that you don't have the G-forces and you're not in the actual plane in the real world. For all intents and purposes, you are flying that plane. It's so immersive. It's incredible. When it works, it's incredible, but that's when it works. I think with this update that came out today, they've made a few small fixes, but when I started using it a couple of weeks ago, you know, they're like, oh, VR's available, so you jump in and you're like, well, I can't work the VR because it hasn't automatically assigned standard buttons like in every other VR functioning sim or game that exists. It has standard buttons pre-assigned to it. Like, oh no, Microsoft and Sobo are like, nah, we're not doing that. We'll just let them get into VR, suddenly realise they can't come out of VR without having buttons assigned to anything, then tell them they need to assign buttons to something, but give them no option to assign any buttons, but having to shut the entire freaking sim down and start again. Anyway, I think they've changed that now. I think before you even try and go into the sim, if you've not got buttons like recentering assigned, it'll say, hey, no, you're not allowed to do that until you assign some buttons, you monkey. So yeah, there's that element to it. Then there's HDR didn't work. If you had an HDR monitor and you were running it in HDR through Windows 10, it would not run through the HMD. You just get a lot of yellow in your eyeballs. They've claimed to have fixed that in the update, so I'll have to test it out and see. But that was kind of frustrating because for the longest time I was like, my VR headset's broken. It's utterly broken. But no, it was just the fact that I had HDR switched on. You know, my 6-year-old sim, Elite Dangerous, works in HDR10 flawlessly. Assetto Corsa HDR10 flawlessly. Every other VR title I've got in HDR flawlessly. It's fixed now anyway. So I guess that's kind of a moot point. So when you're in VR, you finally manage to get in, you get into it. I can't read any of this stuff. You cannot read your FMDs, your HMDs, your MMDs, whichever you want to look at. None of your instruments, none of your dials, none of your buttons, none of the text on this is legible for me. And I'm running it at 90% render with TAA on. Even at 100% render with TAA on, it doesn't. And this is 1440p, obviously. It's just a fuzzy mess. You have to sit and go, okay, yeah, that one's this, that one's this, that one's this. I mean, I can put my face actually right, you know, I can right up, zoom in on them. Well, look here, wow, it's crystal clear, but nope, headset, not in VR. So that's a pain. There's a lot of visual distortion around, like this area here. These areas get lots and lots of distortion on them as well for some reason, which is irritating as all heck. But weirdly, sometimes I will jump into VR and get a nice, smooth 60 frames a second. Lovely. And then other times I'll jump in and get 22. It's kind of the luck of the draw. I'm not sure why that happens, but it's super frustrating. So, I mean, these are, I guess, are relatively small niggles. I imagine at times when I get 22 frames, I could probably reload the flight and it would fix itself. But by now, if you put the VR in, that kind of stuff shouldn't be a problem anymore. Wow, this is turning into a really, really moany video. But look, try the VR. If you can, try the VR, try the VR, because it is amazing being in VR, so long as it's working, like I said. That looks like we're about to smash into that. Power! Oh my goodness, we are really 500. We're getting awfully close to that thing. Turn away, turn away. We are at some nice low altitude flying. Oh, there's a nice rectangle there. Ooh. Probably back on course now, aren't we? I'm so used to flying in autopilot now. It's like I don't even grab the controls. I'm like, yeah, no, just turn the heading. Plane will save itself. There we go. We made it. We didn't explode into that windmill. Oof. Like the power a bit now as well. So I'm really sorry for moaning for the first 20 minutes of this video, whatever it's been. It was kind of like a big here's all my angst and anger at the sim. It shouldn't be like that. I should be sitting here sending vibes of positivity to everybody. But I'm feeling very ranty. I've been stuck at home too long, I think. As we all have. Right, where are we going? Where have we been? We're going to go that way, I reckon. No, we're not. We're going to go straight over. Aren't we? What are we supposed to be doing? Scout around this handy outcrop that lies to the south and continue on the eastern heading. A road that runs the coast would lead you to the town of Galaxity and a small port situated on a natural double harbour surrounded by mountains. Oh, we must be down there. Right. No. Wrong button. Who we got? Is that the double harbour? Let's have a look outside quickly. There you go, there's a double harbour. Awesome. They're very populated places in what is ultimately a very kind of remote area, I guess. Imagine, that's beautiful though. Getting some good tips for places to go on holiday here. A holiday, I hear you say. What's that? A holiday is where you know, leave your house for an extended period of time and relax. Where's the plane gone? Any clues where the plane is? Oh, there it is. We've got to get ourselves a little screenshot. Come on. That's quite a nice one. Go there. Go. Anyway. Yeah, this is like a cheeky way to kind of say, ooh, we'll go to Galaxity. Galaxity, yeah. We'll have to look at that. Have to Google it, see what the holidays are like there. Right. As you pass over Galaxity, just you pass across the Bay of Altia, making your way towards a rocky outcropping on the opposite side. Just beyond it, a mountain col waits for you to fly through. What? Through there? Can I go through there? Should probably note back our route once more. Once you've crested the mountain col, turn and head northeast. That way. Into the neighbouring bay. There you should see the town of Paralia Distoumu, also known as the Espada Spitia, and a road that would lead you into the hills. Cool, so we're heading over that, hook a left, then another left. I hope everyone's had a good start to their week anyway. Today is Tuesday. This video will be probably coming out on Wednesday. So I hope everyone's had a good start to their weekend. They're enjoying Hump Day. Only, depending on what time you're watching this on Wednesday, if you're watching it on Wednesday, only 2 days to go until the weekend is here again. This weekend I'm going to mostly be tidying up my garden. Very exciting, I know. But I've filled it with old junky wood. My neighbour is moving and he offered me up some wood that he had lying around so I could burn it in my wood burner. Just in time for the summer. So I'm going to chop up that wood and put it away somewhere to stay dry. So that when it does become chilly again, I've got some free fuel. Would that make it carbon neutral? Perhaps. Anyway. So yeah, bit of gardening, bit of dog walking. Might record a few more videos for you guys. We will see. But I need to get the updates a bit more regular than they have been. Need to get back into the rhythm. Tricky working from home and then trying to do something you enjoy from the same space you've been doing the thing that, you know, you maybe don't enjoy as much all day long. But it's fine. Tonight I've got the lights off in here, so I can pretend like I'm in a completely different... I can pretend I'm in an aeroplane over the Balkans, hanging out with some cool people. Right, we're looking for this Aspedia Spitia place. I've got to apologise for the pronunciations as well. If you're from any of these areas, or, you know, I'm butchering the heck out of your language, I do apologise. I do try most of the time to pronounce these things properly, but, you know, I'm a ignorant British person, so if it's not in very clear English, it's far too difficult to do properly. So we're going to see the town of Paralia d'Istomu, also known as Spara Spitia, and we're then looking for a road into the hills. So let's get the drone out and have a look. So that looks like the town up ahead there, and I think I can spy a road heading into the hills. It's over here. Lots and lots of water. I love that draw distance. That's incredible. I look back at Rio over there. Also, I gotta wonder. Look at these roads. They're utterly epic. If they're actually the roads that are in these areas, look at them. Look at all the zigzags all along the coast through villages and towns and woodland and trees, and goes up the mountain, and then you've got switchbacks all the way everywhere. Look at this, look. Look at this little route. If these are actual roads that are taken from satellite imagery, how is this place not riddled with people going around on their motorbikes and driving their cars and cycling everywhere? You've got this wonderful coastal road that goes all the way around this coastline. Look at it. I mean, what an epic drive. Oh, we're missing our turning here big time. It's got to be a spectacular place to go. A pretty epic drive. And of course there's a lot of renewable energy, it would appear. Again, hopefully these are things that are actually existing and it's not just Microsoft and Sobo randomly scattering around windmills everywhere. Do you call these windmills? Do they have a special name? Like a electromagnetic static turny power burner generator things. It's almost like you're not allowed to call things what they actually are anymore. You've got to come up with some kind of super scientific carbon neutral name for something. It's a turny jenny lecky burnerator. There, it's the right move for the you know, the planet. Whatnot. More renewables, please. I'm all for it. And I've got to admit, people say they're ugly. A lot of people do complain that they're ugly and they ruin the landscape, but honestly, I think, like, from a distance, if you're looking at them like this, you imagine you were sitting here and it was a nice sunset, nice quiet warm evening, the sun's coming down, and you just sit and you just watch them turn. You relax whilst they just turn in the glow of the sun, and you slowly drift off into a deep, dreamless sleep. Anyway, I like them. Personally, I like them. I think maybe, you know, if you're in a small country and they're riddled all around in your lowland, then maybe not ideal. But when they're up here like this, I think they're like they're almost like little monuments and well worth having. Right, we'll turn in again. Oh, we're going to crash into our little things. Are we going to crash into? We are. Go, 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 go. Oh, wait. Altitude. Oh, we're gonna blow. We're gonna. Oh my goodness. We're gonna crash and die. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. Oh. Oh, I had a small heart attack then. I thought the game had crashed. Oof. I genuinely thought, well, I thought we had crashed into my windmills that I was having a little panic about. Yeah, I thought the game had also crashed. I'm just going to have to stay very steady, I think, with the amount of things that are going on, like in terms of the movement, whilst the plane's moving, whilst something else is moving. I think it doesn't seem to like that very much, especially when I'm recording. Back the power out a little bit. Okay, so we threaded the needle through the windmills. We are going to follow this road farther east. Yes, this road, or this road probably. Eventually arriving over Livadia, a large town with the Herknia River cutting north through its centre. Continue following the road northeast away from the town. So there is the river, I'm guessing. Well, I know because I've flown this one before, haven't I? Oh, and this is what I remember from the last one. The river cuts lovely through the town, but then it goes up the side of the mountain there. Bit of a dodgy bit with the rendering there, but hey ho. Then once we've gone past, I'm going to turn that way again because we're always off to the left. So we're going to go over this town here, and then we are going to head across agricultural tracts, tracking with the road as it runs northeast. In the distance, at the foot of a hilly ridge near the Acropolis made famous in early Greek myth, lies the town of Orchomenos. Make your way there. And again, we're butchering the heck out of that pronunciation. Let's drop down to 1500 feet. Don't. So once we've hit Acropolis, we will go to Kopadia Dimitra Airport. Just over here somewhere. I think in the last one I had to abort the landing because I spotted the runway at the last minute. So I'd circle round and then hit it the second time. Overshot again, completely because of the flaps issue that was abundant at the time. See, there's a bit of a rendering bug there at the river. Whoa. It's like a water slide, a water park ride. Hooray. So, we're going to break that away. Off to the Acropolis. For fuck's sake. Right. So, where are we? Right, we're all the way back here. Brilliant. Yeah, the game just crashed on me. Yep. Just crashed. We got to just over, oh look, and now the navlog is screwed. Ugh, for goodness sake. What is... What is going on? Heading, select on... Where in the world are you going, buddy? Right, well we can't use autopilot, can we? Oh, here you go. Hello? Right. There we go. It's the easiest way to do it. I don't know why. Oh, Jesus. Here we are. Game's gone utterly nuts. I hope everyone's enjoying Bush Trip 13 in Microsoft Flight Simulator, the flawless sim. Oh, God. Right, let's try vertical speed mode on. Let's go up, shall we? Back up to the height I started us at. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I should just give up with this sim. I really do. I'm gonna let the autopilot put us back on track, and then I'm just gonna I'll hand fly it. You couldn't make this up. I spend the whole first half of the video ranting about it, and then it crashes, and I come back in, and everything's gone to utter bollocks. Is it gonna catch back? Is it just gonna keep spinning us around? It's just gonna keep spinning us around. So screw it. Oh dear. What an absolute pain in the backside. I don't even know what was going on, so I'm just gonna keep this on. Look at the flight director, what's it doing? Oh, it's gonna bug the crap out of me, I'm turning you off. Maybe that was the problem. Oh, is it sort of working again now? Need to reset the flight director? Let's see, is it... Because we should be... Was our Acropolis down here? No. That sounds like... I think we're flying over... here. Then we want to turn off that way, so... Yeah, so we seem to be flying more or less the correct direction. Put a bit more beans into it. Need to refuel as well. So this is going to be quite a long one, and not for good reasons either. So I apologise about this. It's probably going to be about an hour. This is supposed to be something like a 41-minute flight, and yeah, it's going to end up being 50 some odd minutes, isn't it? Minimum. Blimey O'Reilly. Let's go down 500 feet. So, what's an Acropolis? I should know this. I feel like this should be general knowledge. Oh, it's a citadel or fortified part of an ancient Greek city typically built on a hill. So... oh, I guess we missed it. Have a quick look back. Maybe that's it up there? Not really sure. Right. Back into plane. Now. You've got to be looking out for the landing strip, which is a grass field somewhere, and incredibly hard to see. I'm going to go, but I think it's over... my goodness, what's wrong with me? Everything, clearly. This way. I need to slow down a bit. Just realised I haven't got a lower altitude set, so it's just going to keep dropping, isn't it? There we go. Alrighty then. Just gonna keep dropping anyway. Let's pull it back up a touch. Probably want a little bit more altitude than this, don't we? I wonder if it's going to let me land as well, whether it's going to be a bit tetchy about my landing, because it's currently having a big old addy about me having logged back into the middle of the flight. And the runway, or the landing strip, has like a building at the top and the bottom. Building at the top, which would be the end closest to us, I guess would then therefore be the bottom, is like on a triangular bit of land. There's some very faint white painted lines. The building at the top is like a big fat rectangular building. Like a warehouse or something. Probably a hangar. Or a barn. So we might end up flying past it and then have to turn around again. I'm having to do all this from memory. Oh, there you go, LGAK, I think that's us coming up. So... yeah, I think it's there. I'm going to check some flaps on. Yep, that looks like it to me. If this doesn't say, yeah, you've done it, I ain't doing it again. Screw it. Hopefully it'll let us land without the game crashing again. Don't you dare. Don't you dare, game. Another short runway, which I am... careful of them trees. All of the flaps. Rudder. Too much rudder. Uh-oh. Don't go off the end, don't go off the end. No, 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 no. Doing a good job of running off the end of runways these days, aren't I? Might need to just drive back onto the strip. Here we go. It never happened. You didn't see anything. Somewhere around there, isn't it? Here we go. Oh, look, and we've landed. Thank goodness for that. 55 minutes. Not my longest, not my shortest. But what a palaver. So, I'm not going to waste any more time on this one. I think I've said enough. I think I've flown enough. I hope you enjoyed it despite all my ranting and the crash in the middle there. Fingers crossed the next trips, the next 3 trips we've got left on this one, or the next 3 legs we've got left on this, will be a little bit more straightforward. I think I need to check and see if it's the way I'm recording these or not that's causing those crashes. But then it's only been this one leg that's ever crashed. None of them have ever crashed. I'm starting to rant and I'm supposed to be closing the video off. Terrible. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider subscribing, leaving a thumbs up, leaving a comment. If you want me to fly anywhere in particular that you think would be interesting, leave that down below. Don't forget to vote on the bush trips that you want to see next, whether it be Nevada, Patagonia, or... what was the other one? Alaska? I said it earlier, so get back and check the earlier part of the video. Anyway, vote on which one you want to see next. And most importantly, above anything else, stay safe. Keep well. I'll see you next time.